What's up? It's your boy Carcino here with breaking news off of the presses. I know you read the title and said, oh my God, it is going to be a crazy day. Crazy day. Yes, indeed. True, indeed. Keep up with speed as I proceed. Of course, you heard today Joe Budden launch a very interesting statement. It was very endearing. And this is what he said. And that's where we are. So, word around the campfire is that Rory heard it, had not even reached out to contact Joe, apparently, and is pressing forward with legal action with this breach of contract. So if he's fired, it's a whole lot of things that's going to have to be discussed monetarily. Now, if he's in breach of contract, then that means they could void the rest of his contract. I don't even know what that was that just popped up. But take this into consideration while you're processing all of this. Get this into your brain. Rory is in a position that he can ask for a lot. Joe would have to prove Rory is in breach. And you might say, prove it how? How will he prove breach of contract? How will he do that? It's a simple process. A difficult one, but a process known to less. You have to show he done things that could alter or hinder the show and could have torpedoed the show. Conduct detrimental to the company. And it has to be in writing. This is what Joe has to realize. In their contracts, it has to be a writing of about breach of contract. Now, you can't just say he's in breach of contract just because that's what you're saying out your mouth and you feel that way and he's fired because of it. Because he could sue you for defamation of his name and character, and he could sue for a lot more. Because now you probably have hurt his chances to get future work by the statements you made. From what I was told, word around the campfire is that Rory is looking into suing. Maul, I have not heard anything about. So I don't know if it's a Rory and Maul lawsuit against Joe. But Rory's looking through legal to basically find out, like, can he do this? Can he just fire us without rhyme or reason? You know, I don't believe they have an HR department. I'm saying I can't tell you what I don't know. I can just tell you what I hear. And within the past 27 minutes, this is what I heard. Rory is lawyering up. So when somebody said they're lawyering up, that means they're not talking. Pay attention. There's a reason for that. Joe likes to talk. He has a big mouth. He will say some things that would put him in a very liable situation. Joe is not somebody who is a person that stays away and knows how to navigate away from lawsuits and law situations. He's a person who has amassed a great deal of popularity minus his shortcomings. This is a man who abused a woman who was with child. She had a miscarriage. She had bruises, all because she broke his laptop. And he didn't go to jail. She didn't press any charges against him. He made a rap song about it, basically bragging and boasting about it, basically. The song was dope, by the way. I had to give Joe credit for that. That was a dope song. But yet still, Joe made it. Joe made that record. And because Joe made that record, it made a record. You know what I mean? It was a record. Now, we all know who that person was. Then you heard his ex-girlfriend, her claims about Joe, and he survived all that. He survived all that, and people didn't even care. They still supporting Joe. He got into it on his show with another female co-host, and it was like Joe can't get along with females. Now it's like Joe can't get along with anybody. So now the Joe Budden podcast will be Joe Budden podcast and a bunch of yes men. I don't know. Maybe they can get academics back off the couch. Because for some reason that dude is delusionally thinking that he's still relevant. I don't care how many people tell him he is, he's not. Joe Budden is his lifeline. That's why he's nut holding Joe Budden and Charlemagne. Now, Let's look deeper into contracts. A lot of you guys would think Rory has no place, no leverage, nothing in here that he should be able to sue for. I would agree. But we don't know the terms of the contract. We don't know how it's formed. We don't know how it's situated. All I know is this. If Joe Budden wanted to, like me, if this was his goal, like if Joe Budden made a decision and said, you know what, I want to fire these guys, I'm quite sure he has a team of legal that he possibly checked with, hopefully, before he went on air and said what he said. And my educated guess, I'm going to say he did not. I don't think Joe checked with legal. I think Joe just went right off of emotion of what Joe was feeling about the show and about them and about how they feel. And that miscommunication, misunderstanding about everything led to Joe taking that action and said, you know what? Y'all fired. You know, and when you take that type of position and that type of stance, that's why I believe the show was deleted. The show was put out and then it was deleted. But it's out there now. Everybody didn't seen it. But Joe quickly deleted it. Because he probably said some things that are very liable. Depends on the verbiage of the contract that Rory has. I could see how that could be a problem. And I could see Rory not talking on social media. And I could see Rory doing a lot of talking to lawyers. So when they told me that Rory was lawyering up, so I don't know how the rest of this is going to go, but for him, I see him lawyering up, and this is just the first wave. So we're going to see what comes after the second wave, but this is just the first wave. I'm going to get out of here. It's your boy Sino. 1.